Welcome to the Cool English Podcast, where I bring you English vocab, culture, pronunciation, and much more.
Hello, I'm John, your host and the creator of Cool English. Whether you're learning or teaching English, join us for a fun and informative journey. Every week, we cover a range of topics to help students and teachers of all ages. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this week's episode. Hello, today we're diving into the art of description. Whether you're a beginner or advanced learner, this episode will help you enhance your ability to describe things clearly and vividly in English. Let's start with the basics, the structure of a description. It's simple. First, we identify the who or what you're describing. Then follow it with what they're doing or where they are. For example, at a basic level, you might say the cat is sitting on the chair. But we can make that description more vivid. Let's add some adjectives. The fluffy white cat is sitting on the old wooden chair. Notice how adding just a few descriptive words gives the listener a much clearer picture. But we can go even further. Let's introduce more details. The fluffy white cat with its bright green eyes is lazily sitting on the old, creaky wooden chair in the corner of the cozy living room. Here, I've used adjectives like fluffy, white, and old, but also added details like bright green eyes and cozy living room. This takes the description from basic to advanced. To help you practice, let's take a look at an interactive activity on the coolenglish.net website called Picture Leveling, where you start with a basic description, then gradually add adjectives and details to make your description richer. Remember, the key is to paint a picture with your words. The more vivid and precise your language, the better your listener can imagine what you're describing. So here, if we start at level 1, we can see words like bird, stand, and rock. And we might say the bird or a bird is standing on a rock. But if we go up to level 2, we can add some adjectives like black, or an adverb like quietly, an adjective grassy, and we could say a black bird is standing quietly on a grassy rock. And if you ever read books or you're into literature, you can see writers get a lot of descriptive adjectives and words. So we could even go to a level 3, a very advanced level, and say something like, a solitary black bird perches in stillness upon a grass-dappled obsidian boulder, emanating an air of quiet contemplation as it surveys its surroundings. So as you can see, there are many levels to description. And you don't need to be so descriptive as this, but it's good to understand that this level exists. And when you're reading, there are quite a few books with that level of description. Let's take a look at another one. So here we have the basic level. We say panda, train, and stick. And we would say a panda is training with a stick. At a higher level, we might say warrior, long, and temple added to those original 3 words. And say a warrior panda is training with a long stick in a temple. And if I wanted to go up to an advanced level, I could say, in the hallowed grounds of an ancient Asian temple, a formidable samurai panda hones his skills with a lengthy staff, practicing his martial prowess in an open-air courtyard. As delicate white flakes dance through the air encircling the warrior, they create a mesmerizing atmosphere. Let's try one more today. So here we can see bread, avocado, and board. And we might say, there is some bread with avocado on a board. But a level 2 description, we would add words like spread and wooden and fresh. And I would say things like, there is some bread with fresh avocado spread on a wooden board. And finally, in an advanced literary description, we might say, artfully arranged upon a rustic wooden board lie 3 slices of bread, each generously adorned with a luscious avocado spread. A still life unfolds in the backdrop, featuring halved and whole avocados, a fragrant bowl of fresh herbs, and a trusty kitchen knife resting nearby, poised for culinary creation. So, as you can see, there are many levels to description. And if you can start to use adjectives and adverbs to help to describe things, you're going to paint a much more vivid and precise picture for your listener. That's it for today's episode of Cool English. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to tune in next week for more tips and tricks to boost your English skills. Until then, happy describing.
Do you want to learn
English?
Cool
English. Do you want to learn
Cool
English?
Cool
English, dude. English.